What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Leroy the Judgmental podcast.
What's up, everybody? This your boy Phil in the house.
And I'm Leroy. So, what's going on, Phil?
Nothing much, chilling. Just waiting for these Eagles to kick off.
Okay. Well, before we get into the Eagles, we got to give a shout out to the Philadelphia Phillies. Their series is tied 1-1. They lost yesterday 5-2, and they're coming to Philadelphia tomorrow to play. So, do you still have your hopes up, right?
Yes. I don't like the fact that both games we went down 5-0. Something got to give. Like you can't keep going in the hole and trying to come back.
Pitching. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem with the. Well, we said that in the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. See, this team is built for scoring runs. But if the pitching play good, they easily can win. Like the series with the Padres.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was happy to see that they stole one. But shit, you can't go down 5-0 like that, and then having these come try to make these drastic comebacks.
Right. Right. Yeah, something got to give on pitching. And here's the reason why is Noah Syndergaard hasn't been pitching these playoffs. Is it because he's hurt? Was he
I,
hurt?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Okay, well he's starting tomorrow.
Mm.
And we also got to give a shout out to our stepbrothers of Philadelphia Sports, the Philadelphia Union. They're playing in Eastern Conference Finals today against the New York City FC. The game is 8 o'clock. Whoever wins this goes to the MLS Championship.
Where they playing at?
In Chester, it's
Oh,
home
okay.
game.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna have to check one of them out at least once.
yeah. Well, like Philip said, it's the Eagles. We got the 6-0 Philadelphia Eagles versus the 2-5 Pittsburgh Steelers at Lincoln Financial Field. So it's a home game. The Eagles are favored by 11 points, and the over under is 43. Do you think the point spread is too high, or?
That's about round where they should get. I don't see Pittsburgh scoring a lot of points. We could, but if we do score early, then we sit on the lead instead of trying to stomp them all who in the ass.
Right. And the over under is 43. Do you think it's going to be over or under?
Uh, yeah, about 23-17, something like that, low score.
Okay.
28-17, something like that.
Okay. On the injury front, the Eagles are healthy other than the players that was out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, on the other hand, got a whole bunch of injuries. There's too many to name on here, but most importantly, T.J. Watt is out with a knee injury.
He's been out all year except the first game. So
Yeah, that team is full of injuries.
now is that running back still hurt?
What's the running back name?
Najee Harris, I believe.
Uh, Let me see. I think so. I think he's healthy. I think he's healthy.
You don't see nothing.
No. Well, I'll see the Eagles. People think that the Eagles is going to struggle this game, and I can't see it because this team has full of injuries. And offensively, if I was offensively, I'm going to wreak havoc on their quarterback. If I'm the Eagles, I'm going to give them different blitz packages the whole game. Make him beat us on a with his throwing. They have the secondary, so it's not like the secondary is weak, the front line is bad. The front line is good, and the secondary weak. You know how the Eagles do
Right.
this shit. So the defensive line is good, the secondary is good. So I'm gonna do a whole bunch of blitz
Yep.
packages to make that quarter wreak havoc on that quarterback to make him throw. So
He's a young guy thrown into the starting lineup. So he probably wasn't even practicing with the first team like during the off season. So we should be able to tear his ass up. The only thing is their head coach is a good coach, and he's like the only coach in history that never had a losing record. So he can pull some wins out his ass.
right, well, I think this would be the first one. Not his fault though. Well, hell, people in Pittsburgh, I'll be seeing people in Pittsburgh talking about getting rid of him. How you gonna get rid of him? And he have a winning record every year.
Hmm.
They might not make it to the playoffs. They might lose in the first round or something, but they still have a winning record. So how you
Yeah.
going to get rid of him?
Yeah, they make the playoffs. I don't think they have a winning record and miss the playoffs. They just like you said, they might go out early because nobody expected them to do nothing anyway.
Right. That's the same thing how people used to say about what was the Steelers? Not the Steelers, the Bengals coach.
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, the people are, man, you should get rid of him. I'm like, no, do you see his record? They'll have a winning record. They'll get into the playoffs and lose the first round. That's not cause of firing him.
Mm-hmm.
He was the Andy Reid. He used to do the Andy Reid before Andy Reid went to the Super Bowl and went to Super
Mm-hmm.
Bowl here and won the Super Bowl in Kansas City. Andy Reid was good at doing that, having a winning record and losing the first or second round or some shit. You can't fire a coach for doing that. They're winning. I mean, they're just losing in the playoffs. Like you
Well,
said, these teams aren't expected to do anything anyway.
right.
What was you about to say?
No, I was just gonna say Andy Reid got us to 5 NFC championships. That was his big hurdle right there. He just couldn't get us over that hump.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, what's your thoughts on the game, by the way?
Uh, I think we're gonna win. I shouldn't see it as being a struggle. I can't see a rookie quarterback like him just tearing us to pieces. You know what I mean? Our secondary, our defensive line is better than that. So if we just focus on running the ball, playing defense, the runners is gonna set up the pass. Don't force no dumb shit. We should be able to win.
And what's your final score?
I'm gonna go like I said it earlier. I think I'll say 17 to 23 or 17 to 28, somewhere around there.
All right. Well, we're close. We're close on scores. I said it's 27-10.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're close. Yeah, I don't see this as a struggle for the Eagles this week. Um, Keep running the football. They got tons of injuries, so I'm starting off my running attack
Mm-hmm. But you,
early.
but you know these coaches in the NFL, they always think they're the smartest person in the room. If everybody think they're gonna run and they know they can run, they're gonna say, you know what, well, I'm gonna pass. I'm
Right.
gonna go against the grain and force the pass.
Right. Now, since we got the football stuff out of the way, it's early in the morning. Why are you rocking a Burger King hat?
You can see that.
Yes.
I can't even see it on the camera. Uh,
Yes.
the crown. My,
Yes.
my daughter just put it on my head
Oh,
right before the
okay.
camera came up.
All right. It's early in the morning. Y'all went to Burger King today?
She had Burger King yesterday, but they never have the crowns, and she always been asking for one, so they finally had one yesterday.
Now, what Burger King did you go to?
McDade. That's the only one I'll go to.
Oh,
It's
oh,
bullshit though,
why not? Why is that the only Burger King you go to?
because that's the closest. And if I go on Baltimore Pike, I got to go on the other side, and then I got to come all the way back to try to get back on the other side. You know what I mean?
hmm Well, it's a Burger King at the Penrose Plaza. Why you don't go in there?
Uh-uh. I try to stay out of Philly as much as possible.
And why is that?
This is a war zone. Motherfuckers getting carjacked and all type of dumb shit.
Uh-huh. Well, since we got a little bit of time, did you watch any of the fights last night?
I did. I watched the. It's funny because the young bull, the young boy that's 8-0, what's his name, Slav or something like that.
Who you talking about?
The young boy that fought right before the main event.
Main event on boxing or
Yeah,
UFC?
boxing. I didn't watch
I didn't
UFC.
see the main the undercard. I only saw the main event.
Well, the
You,
undercard
you
they
talking
got
about
a
Jake Paul and Anderson
yeah,
Silva? Oh,
yeah.
okay, all right. You
So the
go ahead.
fight before the main event is a young boy. He was like, you just went to your prom and then you're fighting on pay per view. The dude is 18 years old, real young, but he knocked the bull out. And it's funny because I said I'm about to take a shower right before the main event come on because their fight they didn't even come to the ring yet. So I went and took a shower. It only took me probably like 4 minutes to take a shower. I come back, he's celebrating. They talking about he knocked him out. I'm like, what the hell just happened? The guys didn't even get to the ring before I left.
Hmm
You hear the guy throwing wild punch and got caught right on the chin. Then he bounced up and was still all wobbly, and the refs just stopped it. I can't remember his name. His name is like Slave or Slav or something like that. Young black dude, but he like 8-0 with 8 knockouts.
Now, what did you think of the main event?
The main event, I thought it was
Yes.
entertaining. I thought what's the name had a lot of open opportunity, and I'm starting to think like, is these fights rigged or not?
Well,
Because
I say it's rigged because of the damn judges' scores because
oh
those
yeah,
judges' scores were
oh yeah, oh yeah.
ridiculous. And
Well,
I'm
well,
listening to them talk, and you know that Steve Farhood,
mhm.
and I'm saying to myself, he can't believe
Right,
that
right.
Paul is winning this much. The knockdown hurt. The
Hmm.
knockdown hurt Anderson Silva. I give you that. But that fight was like closer than what the hell they was
Oh yeah,
scoring. I didn't get it.
even like you said, even if you give them the 2 points for the knockout, it should have been closer. Like somebody had it probably like 6 points or something like that. No, like
Yeah,
and the announcers were saying the same thing. And then that pre thing, I said, oh, they rigging this for this boy because the whole fight, Anderson Silva brought the pressure.
yep,
Every time he uppercutted, it was a clean uppercut that busted his head. He got caught maybe a few times here and there, but for the most part, even if you look at the power punches, Silva won the power punches. The only
yep.
thing that messed him up was that knockout. But by going off the judges' scorecard, even if he didn't get knocked out, he still would have lost heavy, and that's crazy.
Exactly. The judges' scores was 77-74, and two judges scored it 78-73.
Yeah,
Seventy-eight
see, that's
seventy three
crazy.
is ridiculous.
That's
Right.
crazy.
And I'm sitting, I'm listening to them. I'm like, well, damn, this fight is like very
Right.
close.
And a
Like,
few of those rounds, Paul was in trouble before the bell hit. He was getting fucking sock silly.
yep.
And the bell saved his ass. And then you gonna give him the round? That's crazy to me.
One thing about Anderson Silva is he got to start throwing jabs more. He got to start using his jab more. Defensively, he looked fine other than the knockout and everything.
Hmm.
But like you say, he was giving him a whole bunch of pressure, and it was almost like Jake Paul didn't know what to do.
Well, he definitely didn't know what to do with them uppercuts because every time they got in close, he uppercut him. You seen Jake Paul head going back. That mean like,
Yep.
damn, how many times you gonna let him catch you with that? Sooner or later you gonna say, you know what, he might hit me with this uppercut again in this position. But he never adjusted to that shit and kept getting hit with that uppercut.
Yep. So, what do you think is next for Jake Paul?
I don't know. He called out Canelo and
That's a no.
he called out somebody else. I can't remember who it was.
Fury's cousin. His last name is Fury. They
No,
were
no, no. It
supposed.
was Nate
Oh,
Diaz.
Nate
He called
Diaz.
out
Yeah,
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz. That fight is definitely gonna happen. Nate, that's a good money fight for both of
I
them.
can see that happening. Yeah,
Yeah, Nate. That's who he's gonna fight next. Anderson Silva. Anything next for him?
retire.
I say that well, see, he's a professional boxer now. See, I would say him versus Roy Jones Jr. for exhibition, but
Hmm.
I don't think that he's going to do an exhibition fight, and since he's professional now. uh
They
hell.
talk about he doesn't look like he's 47. I'm like, oh yes, he do. He look like he's an old boxer and shit.
uh
When I was young, he was the man.
yeah, I can't see what's next for him, but that definitely fight is next for Jake Paul and Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. I say it'll probably be like March, maybe April.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely the fight for them, and it should be in a big stadium. They should do it in Cowboy Stadium.
And the young boy, they was like, he gonna try to get another fight in this year. I said, well, he could. He ain't really putting the work in tonight.
Ashton Sevilli,
I forget
Ashton Sevilli,
Seville.
Sylve.
It could be it. I forget how they said it. They didn't call. They didn't say it Seville.
Hmm. Now, how did Uriah Hall look versus Le'Veon Bell?
I didn't see that, but I
Oh,
saw Bell getting his head knocked off.
all right. That's payback for what he tried to hit the
All
hit the coach with. All right, y'all. We'll be back at halftime.
right.
All right, it's halftime. The Eagles are up 21-10. Some quick stats on the Steelers side. Pickett is 12 for 18, 94 yards, sacked 3 times. Rushing, we got Pickett, 6 attempts for 29 yards, and that's pretty much it on the rushing side for them. on
Hey,
the
we ain't no
Eagle
better.
or the Eagle side, we got Jalen Hurts, 15 for 22, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Rushing, yeah, Hurts two rushes for 10 yards, and Sanders 3 rushes for 10 yards. On the receiving side, AJ Brown 5 receptions, 113 yards. Goddard 5 receptions for 15 yards. Uh, the Eagles are way too pass happy, and I
They
don't know
are.
why they don't run the football. And this is what's going to happen. Okay, the Eagles are dominating, right?
Hmm.
But they're not they only up what 11 points, so they only up 11 points. One touchdown will put the Steelers back in the game. what's going to happen is that's what's going to happen. For some reason, they letting Pickett throw the football down the field. I don't get it.
Mm-mm.
They letting Pickett run down throw the football down the field, and why not? They don't try to blitz him. Go ahead.
And when they do blitz, we get pressure on him. He get rid of the ball or he gets sacked. So I don't
Yeah,
understand why they letting him sit back there.
exactly. You let him throw the football, and the receivers they have aren't bad. And he
Mm-mm.
just sitting there, just standing back, just throwing the football down the field. He gonna put them right back in this game. Watch. Now
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say they're gonna win, but he gonna put them back in the game. And the Eagles has been dominating too,
Yep.
dominating. I don't get it. Well, anything else you gotta say about it?
Not really. Just that we need to run the ball. This is ridiculous that our running backs only got a total of what 3 carries in a whole
Yes.
half. That's
No, it should be 4, right? Yeah, because Gainwell ran for 3 yards.
Gainwell. I'm talking about carries. How many he got?
4. You said total running backs altogether. I thought you meant. You were just talking about Sanders.
No, I was talking about Sanders and Gainwell. Whoever.
Uh,
It
uh,
seemed like
it's it's a total of 4. Sanders with 3 carries and Gainwell with 1.
okay. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Exactly. And then they just started off the game just throwing the football down the field, and then look like this last drive they had before they punted. Like, why you just didn't run the clock out?
We still had 2 timeouts. If you was going to go for it, don't just keep forcing the pass.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. This is they're winning, but this was a poor performance on the play calling side.
It is. It's all predictable. The Eagles are
Yeah.
going to run pass the ball. You have to
Yep.
adjust to that and stop playing around. And what was that call that I text you about? I never.
Oh,
Even,
the
even
your
the ref
boy
was stuttering when he
Brandon
was trying to
Br-
say that shit.
Brandon Graham with the they was trying to kick the field goal, and he what they call it, a false start on the defensive
They didn't
side.
call false start. There was some other shit that they called. I've never heard of in all my years of watching football. Even the ref was stuttering when he said that bullshit.
See, I thought he called false start on your boy. And I'm like, well, how the world you calling false start on the defense? And they were trying to say that he was telling them to hike the ball or
Well, yeah,
whatever.
he was saying like hut 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 like that. That's bullshit. You can say whatever you want. If I can call you every name in the book and all types of shit like that, but I can't say hut, that's on your offensive line to be disciplined enough to not jump when they hear it.
Right. And is
I
that
ain't never
something
heard
new?
nobody call that before.
Is that new? Because they used to do that in high school all the
Well, the
time.
guy was like, even the announcer, he's like, "Wow, that's a call you're not really used to hearing anymore." It was some bullshit.
Right.
Motherfucking ref was stuttering trying to get it out of his mouth because he didn't know what to say. Let's just call something.
How about AJ Brown got the unsportsmanlike conduct for towing? All he did is just point his fingers at 2
Never,
guys
no,
like
yep, never bullshit call. And these announcers are so biased. He said that was a bad call. He shouldn't have done that in front of the ref. If the ref wasn't right there, like if you make an excuse for him doing it in front of the ref, then it was the right call.
Yeah. He blatantly pushed them off. So
Yep,
I
he
don't know
did a
what he
push
was
off.
talking
Yep.
about. Right.
And he gonna say
Right.
that's a Michael Irvin. It was a bad call, but if you're gonna do that, you can't do that in front of the ref. Then it's the right call. What is he talking about?
Exactly. Right.
And then he's like, "This game ain't over. If you can get a field goal right now before the half," I was like, "Man, if this guy don't just shut the hell up."
I'm shocked that they had their number one crew doing this game. They must
Mm,
don't have nothing else going on.
mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Anything else you want to say?
Not really.
Yeah, me neither. We do already have a guest. I'm not going to say who the guest is. Just in case they don't show, I'll have to contact him.
You
After
don't
I,
gotta say. You don't gotta say. I'm not going to say the guest. Just say I just got somebody lined up.
yeah, and if
When you
if
say
I said
I'm not going to say, that makes it seem like it's somebody that I know that you just don't want to tell me.
no, you already know who I'm talking about. I'm
No.
talking to them. I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, no, 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 no. Just say I got somebody lined up. That's all. You ain't gotta say. I don't gotta say who it is. We know if you don't say the name, then you ain't saying who it is.
Oh my goodness, man. I wasn't talking. I'm talking to them. I ain't
Just
talking to
say
you. You
yeah.
already
When
know who
you
I'm
you,
talking about.
you can talk to them too, and just say, "Well, I got somebody lined up." You ain't gotta say all that. I ain't gonna say who it is.
All right, now. Thank you, Phil, for the.
Because when you say I'm not gonna say who it is, it makes it seem like this is somebody that we know.
It is somebody that you know.
But you say that all the time. I don't know everybody. You say that every time when you don't want to get a name up. You say I'm not gonna say who it is. You can't say that. Just say I got somebody lined up and leave it at that.
All right then. All right, y'all. We'll be back.
Peace.
We're from the town with a great football team. We cheer the Pittsburgh Steelers.
All right, it's at the end of the game. The Eagles won 35-13. Some quick stats. On the Pittsburgh side, Kenny Pickett, 25 for 38, 191 yards, no touchdowns, one interception. He threw the ball too much, in my opinion. But I guess they ain't had no choice since they was losing. On the rushing side, we got Warren, 6 carries for 50 yards, and Pickett had 7 carries for 37 yards. On the receiving end, we have, how do you pronounce the tight end's last name?
Fryermuth.
All right.
Move.
Fryermuth, 4 receptions, 57 yards, and Claypool, 4 receptions, 45 yards. On the Eagles side, we got Jalen Hurts, 19 for 28, 285 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Rushing, we got Miles Sanders, 9 carries for 78 yards. Boston Scott, 7 carries for 21 yards. Receiving, then A.J. Brown, 6 receptions, 156 yards, 3 touchdowns. Goddard, 6 receptions for 64 yards. Same thing with Phil and I was talking about. Well, first we got we have a guest, but is he really a guest? I don't know.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, he been on longer. He been on like 5 times already.
that's all right.
Yeah, the first time I came on was 2 years ago for this when it was Steelers versus Eagles in Pittsburgh.
Yep. We got Mr. Jeff Baker, owner and operator of the Greyhound Bus Station, 208 East Bayfront Parkway, Erie, PA, 16507. Real quick before we get into your Steelers, is the Erie Intermodal Transportation Center closed?
No,
Okay, on the Google it said permanently closed.
I don't know why, but it's not closed at all.
Okay. All right, Philip, what you think about the Eagles this game?
I mean, it was a good win. It was projected for us to win, and we knew we was going to win. We never worried about Pittsburgh like that. But it's certain stuff we do need to tighten up on, like the run. Like,
Yes.
got to run the ball. You know what I mean?
Here we go. We got Miles Sanders coming in the second half of the game. He averaged 7 yards a carry.
Yeah, something like that. He only had what 3 carries
No,
in the first half.
8 yards a carry. I'm sorry. Yes, only three carries for the first half. Second half, he gets 6 more carries.
And it's funny because I like Pittsburgh running backs, and they was pretty much the same way. Najee Harris and Warren, they barely even touched the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on? The problem there with them not running the football, Mr. Baker?
No O-line. We have 0 O-line. 0. It's been like that for at least the last 3 years.
But if you ain't got no line, that means it should be easier to run than it is to protect the pass.
Well, Warren averaged 8 yards a carry, and Najee Harris averaged 4 yards a carry. So you was running the football. You just weren't running enough.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what it is. Well, and they want to get that they want to get Pickett, off the ground fast. Like, don't do that to him. That boy's a rookie. You don't do that to him.
Yes.
Give him some time to develop.
Pickett throwing the ball 38 times is way too much. He wasn't bad. It's just no. He's a rookie, like you said. You got to run the football, and let him throw short passes.
They should have used that pick when they got Pickens. They should have used that pick for like an offensive lineman. You already had 2 good receivers. Why grab another receiver?
Right.
Exactly. And that's what I said. Or also, we need another cornerback or safety because we back here. Minka can't do it by himself. All them other dudes is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Now
it was like a wasted pick. You already have receivers, and then you go and get another receiver. It's kind of like how the Eagles did when we had who do we have? We had a quarterbacks, and then we used a high second round pick to get Hurts. Even though it worked out, a lot of times, why would you do that? They did that with McNabb too. Drafted a quarterback when he was still in his prime.
Right. So would Dwayne Haskins would have been your starting quarterback this year?
If he would have showed up, yes. I mean, if he would have showed up playing wise, then probably because Mason Rudolph trash. Mitch Trubisky, he showed us how trash he is.
I'm surprised y'all picked him up.
But I'm surprised at that too. But I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Like, we don't need another quarterback. We got enough quarterbacks. But I guess they saw something in him because he sat behind Josh Allen. I'm just like, man, that don't mean nothing. That's why he's sitting behind somebody.
Right. So, did you expect anything else in this game, Baker, Mr. Jeff Baker?
Um, I expected to see better offense, but I mean they don't. I Matt Canada is trash. He is hot garbage. You need to get rid of him as an offensive coordinator. Find us a
Not
real coordinator. He is a college football coordinator. He's not an NFL coordinator.
not the way that the commentators was talking. They was talking like he was doing good.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I don't know what they saw, but it wasn't the same thing we've been seeing. Because as Steelers fans, we've been watching this dude call some terrible plays. Terrible.
Well, if the offense is sputtering, it got to be the offensive coordinator because they said we scored more points in the second quarter than y'all scored all year.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. And I'm not understanding this. I'm not understanding this.
well, well, you can come on down the Philadelphia way and put on your Eagles green.
No, I'm good on that.
Why not? It's the same state.
No, no, no. I'm good. I'm good. I look. You'll catch me in my Philly Iversons before you catch me in anything Eagles.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. You can come on down and join us.
hmm
So is Pickett your quarterback next season?
Yes, yes. The boys look. He's a rookie. We expect for him to do some boneheaded things because he's a rookie. He'll learn. He's not. He's not. He's probably the best quarterback we. Well, ain't no probably. He is the best quarterback that we have. So, you know, just let him get through the season. Learn from his mistakes, and he'll probably go out there and do better next year.
Hmm. So Philip, the Eagles is coming back on a Thursday night game at against the Texans. Do I need to ask you your thoughts?
You said Thursday
Yes.
is is that quarterback playing or not? I think he might be still hurt.
Uh,
Oh, you said the Texans,
the
right?
Texans, yeah.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
think you're
Texans
talking
are
about Tennessee.
trash.
Yeah, they trash. I ain't worried about them. We should be able to,
No,
we should be able to beat the Texans. They ain't nobody.
Well,
nobody.
Tennessee is going to be our challenge, our first challenge coming up.
well, okay. That's another one ahead. So you got after the Thursday night game, we go Monday night, November the 14th, against the Washington Commanders. Your thoughts on that game?
We should be able to beat them. They ain't nobody.
Yeah, these are two soft weeks, but I think Commanders will probably give us a little challenge. But
Yeah, they will.
we got two soft weeks coming. So Mr. Baker, you go against the Saints next week. What is your thoughts on that?
I think we can beat them because they coming to Pittsburgh, and we'll be coming off a bye week. The Saints are trash too, even though they whooping on Las Vegas, but Las Vegas is terribly trash. So who knows?
I can't believe Vegas is playing so bad this year.
Who
Hmm.
Vegas?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Because I'm like, okay, you got Derek Carr. He's a decent quarterback. He ain't the greatest, but he's a decent quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Devontae Adams, and I'm still wondering why Devontae even went over there. But
See,
Money,
it's
money,
because
and that's his boy.
and that those two, and plus, Aaron Rodgers didn't know what he was going to do and all that stuff. So he was like, "Well, look, I want to stay here, and I don't know who would be the quarterback be playing. I want to stay there with a bum quarterback. I at least want a shot." And that's why I think those are the three combinations reason why he went to Las Vegas
Yeah.
because he
Because
should have just stayed where he was at.
you know how they doing now. A lot of these teams, I think it's like four teams, maybe five, where it's a quarterback playing with his number one receiver that he played with in college.
Right.
So
yeah,
they wanted that
yeah.
friendship thing to happen. But he's
Well,
stinking up the joint. He got one rush for negative yards and one catch for 3 yards. What kind of shit is that?
Yeah,
mhm.
no, no.
Is that your fantasy football player?
Yeah.
I figured that. You see how he had the
That's
stats
why you
there?
give me the stats.
Yeah, that's how you do it. I just knew they had to be your fantasy football player.
Well, I keep my fantasy thing up during Sundays anyway. So even if he wasn't on my squad, I would be able to tell you what he's doing. I can see all three of my teams.
All right, just the way you just rifled it off, I'm like, oh, that must be one of his fantasy football players.
Well, shit, he ain't been doing shit all year. Every once in a blue moon, he might have a good game. But out of what 8 games, I think he had 2 good games. They
Mhm.
they don't get him the ball enough.
Well, what you said about him going to the college players of the
Hmm.
college teammates going to be playing want to play with each other. That's going to be a new thing now because look at AJ and Jalen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And then you got Jamar Chase playing with his quarterback. It's like I was looking at it. It's like 4 quarterbacks in the league right now. Young boys just throwing to like their favorite guys from college.
Right. Yeah, that's going to be a new thing. They're going to start drafting players that was on the same team.
Hmm.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Baker, for giving the Phillies some props before we started. So you won't wear Eagle green, but would you wear the Phillies red?
No. I'm a White Sox fan at heart, but just living here in Pennsylvania, I love to see at least one of the Pennsylvania team do something because the Pirates, they won't be doing anything for at least another 10 years, and one of the guys who works for the for Greyhound, he told me, he's like, and he lives over in that area. He said, man, he's like, look at our lineup. And he's saying this the beginning of the year. He's like, look at our lineup. And I looked at y'all lineup, and I'm like, oh, y'all do got a nice little squad over there. But for y'all to just make it into the playoffs. And I told somebody this: it doesn't matter what your record is when you get to the playoffs. The playoffs is a whole
Hmm.
different thing.
Right.
Look at the Dodgers. They come in there and won one game and had the best record in all of baseball. They trash for that. So
Hmm.
for you to come in and get to the World Series, that's a huge accomplishment.
Hmm. Well, that's what I was
Right.
getting on the guy on the Yankees that hit those 60 homers, breaking all type of records. Then the playoffs roll around, he can't get a hit.
Can't
So
get
that's all.
nothing.
So that's all for nothing.
Nothing.
Yep. But is he MVP of the league?
Right
Probably.
now, yeah. I mean, for the American League, yes. He's
Oh,
definitely the MVP because I mean, to hit 62 home runs in one season, that's that's a huge accomplishment. I mean, he's the leading, the home run leader in all history for a season. So yes.
right. And did
And,
you see that they always mention Mariners during this streak, but they
mhm,
never mention Barry Bonds?
mhm.
Well, I think they don't want to mention Barry Bonds because he has steroids and all that. Him, McGuire, Sammy Sosa, they all
Right.
they all did steroids. So shit, I
Be-
wouldn't
be-
mention him either.
Well, I
Because
don't like how they. I don't like how he is the face of the steroid era when he never tested positive. All those other guys tested positive or admitted to it.
see, I thought that he tested positive until you told me
Me
that.
too.
No, he never tested positive. But
Hmm.
everybody just assumed because he got so big and they say, "Oh, his head got fat. Oh, he hitting all them homers." Well, shit, he been hitting homers the whole time, but nobody
Yeah,
questioned it. The
yeah, because
thing
he was doing
is,
that in Pittsburgh.
even yeah, exactly. Even when he was a little skinny guy, he was hitting like 30
Yep.
homers. Now,
Yeah.
now this guy Judge, I think his most homers he ever hit was like 30, and now he's sitting there hit with 60. Nobody even questioning that though.
Well, his
Because
rookie
they
season,
testing it.
his rookie season, he hit 50.
Who?
Judge.
You sure about that?
Hmm.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, I don't believe that.
Let me check. Uh,
That just sounds like it's too much.
oh Lord. Uh, his rookie year, right? Uh, yes, he. No, it wasn't his rookie year. It was his second year. He had 52. So he was like 52, 20, 27, 27. 9, he was hurt that year. And 39, 21, and 22 is 62. Yeah.
That's a lot of homers, man.
Yeah, he and 70 and well next year he'll have 500. That is a lot.
What do you
Yeah,
mean 500?
he'll have 500. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking
No,
at it
he
wrong. I'm
won't.
looking at RBIs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Looking at
way too
RBIs.
fast.
Home runs, he got 220. I'm
But for
sorry.
somebody that's hitting 52 and 62, you would think it wouldn't be no low years like this. 20 those 2 years he hit 27.
Right.
Where was the power those years?
They walked him.
Mm-hmm.
So, how's business going, Jeff?
Yeah, it's cool, man. I'm just relaxing, maintaining right now. Just trying to keep my head on a swivel. Enjoying all this sports that's all happening at once with football, baseball, basketball. Speaking of basketball,
Uh
yeah,
oh.
did y'all beat us last night?
Yeah, we beat the Bulls. Yeah.
Man, yeah, I don't know what our problem is. I don't know. I
What,
have
the
no idea.
Bulls?
Yeah,
Well, Lonzo Ball isn't there, and
well,
Lonzo
that
Ball helps
too.
a lot. Yeah, he helps a lot to that team because he bring that defense,
Yeah,
and
he
he's a
he,
good
he
facilitator.
great facilitator, great defensive player, and man, but I'm like, okay, so we beat up on Miami. We get whooped by Cleveland, and that's who a team everybody better watch out for real. Cleveland ain't no punks out here now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Donovan Mitchell's a fucking scorer.
Man,
Right.
Donovan Mitchell showed up, but see, even last year, Cleveland wasn't no punk thing. They made it to at least the play in, but they couldn't finish. But you add Donovan Mitchell now, they're gonna be a problem.
Now, here's an NBA question for you. Are they going to do that play-in tournament?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's here to stay.
Yep.
No, it's supposed to be another tournament, right? That they was talking about doing.
I hope not.
Not that I know of.
Oh, okay. I thought he said it was supposed to be doing. You know how like soccer do those after the season's over with, they do those tournaments before like the playoffs start.
Mm,
Oh, you see, I don't watch soccer.
neither do I.
Yeah, I think they supposed to be doing something like that. I'm not really sure. But well, you wanted to talk about the Sixers, and we already talked about the problems with the Sixers as soon as they traded for James Harden. It's the same stuff. You won't get no defense. You won't get no defense. And Embiid is like playing like he's in slow motion. And they saying that he had a foot surgery in the off season. To me, he moves like he's in like slow
The
motion.
thing is, they keep making excuses every time he's hurt or he's playing bad. They say, well, he just had surgery, or well, he got a little lingering effect. But he just dropped 40 the other night. So if he could
Right,
drop 40 and you don't
There ain't
make
no
no excuses
excuse.
for it, exactly. It's
right.
one
Yeah.
thing if he constantly struggling, but if he's playing good on and off, then you can't use that as an excuse.
And
And get
he
him away from that 3-point line.
that's
Get
just what I was
him.
about to
Oh
say.
my goodness.
That's
Why
just
are you out there? You the biggest man on the court, and you out there at the 3-point line. Stop it.
The biggest man on the court, and he'll be like fucking 3 for 17 from the field. What kind of
yeah.
shit
Yeah,
is
like
that?
why? Why? Get your big ass in the paint.
He don't like it. He don't like the bang.
I think it's just a new generational thing.
Well, you look at it. Last night, Chicago Center had I think 24 points and like 19 rebounds or something crazy like that. The last 3 games, Embiid been averaging like 5 rebounds. Like, how you getting 5 rebounds? You the biggest man on the court.
Because he out there at the 3-point line.
Yep, and he can't get the ball because he wait, like you said, wait. He'll do a pick and roll and just fade back at the 3 point line. Now, come on,
Mm-hmm.
now,
Yeah. Yeah, get
biggest
in the paint.
exactly. I think it's just a generational thing. I don't think these
It
new
is.
guys. Yeah,
All right, so here's his rebounds. He had 7 last night. The game before that, he had 5, and the game before that, he had 5. That's bullshit for a center.
yeah,
It
he should.
sure is.
It should be just 10. 10 should be the minimum right there.
Yep.
Yep.
The biggest man on the court should have that's the minimum is 10. I mean, you should be
And that
coming to the
just
game with like 15 or 20.
that just goes to show how much the game has changed because you got to think about it. Dennis Rodman was not the biggest man. He wasn't the tallest man on the court, but Dennis Rodman was out there getting 20 rebounds and 2 points. So he knew
Mm-hmm.
he knew exactly what he was supposed to have been doing.
Them rebounds is important, man.
Yep.
Huge, which is why that 95, 96 team is still to me the best team ever because you got to. Dennis Rodman knew his role. He knew he wasn't the biggest, but Dennis Rodman went in there and he worked on his craft. He studied his craft of rebounding. So he's averaging 2 points a game or 5 points a game, but he's getting you 20 to 25 rebounds a game,
Uh-huh.
and he's not even the tallest man on the court, but he just knows how to do it. And that's why I'm not understanding with Embiid and even Giannis. Why are y'all back there shooting 3 points? Get y'all
Yep.
big butts in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
But Giannis should shoot a couple, but he don't shoot as much as been beat. Giannis drops to the
No,
hole
no, he
way
does not.
more.
No, yeah. Embiid would sit back there and shoot threes like he's Steph, and that's who changed all that. Steph did.
How about y'all don't talk about Embiid, how big as he is, he shoot fade back jumpers.
Yeah, why? Why he shoot? Who gonna block it?
Exactly.
Who gonna block it?
Big as you are, you shooting a fade back jumper. It's ridiculous.
Yep. Yeah.
But okay, let's just say okay, he stays behind the 3-point line. He shoot threes and he do fade back jumpers. Now, if I'm him, I'm keep missing. I'm gonna get my ass in the paint.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get my ass in the paint. The hell with that.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're no good out there.
Yeah. And we also said Phil and I also said they should have just kept Ben Simmons and never made that trade.
Man, Ben Simmons is hot garbage. I watched that one game where
Now,
he tried to do a
Well,
finger
well,
roll
he still
layup.
he still need time to get in game mode. He had a
yeah,
whole year.
it's like almost 2 years.
Yeah.
So no, I disagree with that one. I give it time. They'll be all right. And keep on, and that's also another thing. He playing with people he never played with before.
Right.
So
Well,
he,
yeah.
so he got to just give it time. Give it to like 20 games.
I was just about to say about 20 games. Now, if he's
Yeah.
still playing the
I
same
was gonna
way
give
after
him more
20,
than that.
huh?
I would give him to the end of the year.
Nah, he gotta show improve before the end of the year.
Yes.
He's better. He's gonna be sitting on the
And,
bench looking
and
crazy.
after 20 games, your body should be in games up to game speed. You should now.
Yep.
If you look at his game, even last night, his numbers have been getting a little bit better. I think he
Yes.
had like 9 points, 8 rebounds, and like 8 assists or something last night. So even though he didn't get no scoring done, he's shooting the ball a little bit more, and he's doing a little bit more. So it's coming around.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
don't really have to score when you got KD and Kyrie.
Exactly.
Well, I said the same thing when he was on Philly. We had so many weapons here. He didn't have to score, but they just needed
Nope.
somebody to blame.
Yeah,
You got
Well,
look. You had MB, Tobias Harris. Tobias Harris was scoring 20 points. That's how he got that big contract. Then
mm,
you had shit that year that we had what's the name? We had so much superstars around. We should have won that championship. Or at least went to the championship.
who's a young boy y'all got?
Maxi,
Maxi,
You know,
what you want?
who?
Max.
Maxi.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
I
just
like
dropped
him.
40. I'm talking
I
about
like
when we had Jimmy Butler. We had the white boy that was shooting threes with the podcast. What's his name?
Duke. What's Old Man in the Three is the podcast name.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
JJ
I think
JJ
went to
JJ
Redick.
Duke.
Redick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
had JJ Redick, him, MB, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons. That year we had the best record. We should have went on and we choked.
Yep.
Mm.
Oh, was that
Now,
the year that Kyrie hit that shot?
You talking about not Kyrie, the
When
other.
Kyrie played for Toronto?
It was Kawhi.
Quad, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was that year.
Yeah.
You
But it
talking
should have
about.
came down to that. Our team was like straight up and down the board superior.
You know
Now,
what though? I just got to give it to Kawhi because Kawhi was just an animal that year. I mean,
That was a
one
lucky
year he
shot.
come on Toronto and bring them a championship.
Well, there was already a winning team that was missing a piece, and he was that piece.
Yep.
now, Jimmy Butler was talking about how the Sixers players were. Now, was he talking about Ben Simmons or Embiid or both of them?
Well,
Talk
when it
about how they
first
were
came
doing
out,
what?
when the story first came out, he made it seem like it was Embiid, and
Mhm.
it's kind of the same now because Embiid was just pouting, and then that article that came out that I showed you here, Embiid want to get out of Philly
Yeah.
because now James Harden is the man and taking all the shots.
What
So
did
it's
you
like
expect?
exactly he was happy to get Harden, but this is what comes with Harden. He can cut back his performance, but you're not getting the same effort on everywhere around. Or you can let James Harden be Harden and shoot the ball, but you can't have it both ways.
Right. He does nothing else. He does well. He shoots. His free throw percentage is really high. I give him that. But he does nothing else except shoot. Does he play defense? No. So when you trade for him, you already know what you gonna get. He gonna shoot the ball a lot.
So after he was pouting because he couldn't get the ball and we took an L. I think that was when we was like 0-3. That's when
Hmm.
that article came out talking about he wanted to get out of here or something.
Now, see, this is the point that we was making. Now, if you know James Harden shoots the ball a lot, I'm Embiid. I'm gonna get my ass under that basket.
Yep.
So when it's a rebound, I'm gonna grab it and then I can
Yep.
score on my own.
I ain't
Yep.
kicking no rebounds out. When I grab the rebounds down low, I'm taking it right back up.
Yep.
Yeah, especially if you're the tallest man on the court. Who
Yep.
who gonna stop you really?
I think
Yep.
I think he's lazy and he don't have enough heart.
That's what I said. That's exactly what I said. That boy has zero heart because there's no way you are that big and you are not one of the most dominant players in the league. That's terrible. That's
When he
terrible.
when he thought he was going to win MVP, he was doing that. He was dominating. Then once he lost the MVP, he fell right back into oh well type of attitude.
Then you know what? And that's when you're supposed to work even harder and show them that hey, I am the MVP. Not be out there at the 3-point line, not
Mm-hmm.
lollygagging down the court.
Right. Right. Now, Mr. Baker, you have this tweet about the sneakers, but you wear your ones from the November the 1st to the 19th.
Yes, sir.
It is that sponsored or this is something you doing on your own?
No, this is just something I'm doing. I'm doing on my own.
Oh, okay. Because the way you were talking, it sounded like you was Nike was like sponsoring this or something. Do you get any type of feedback?
No. Well, I know when I did for the March Maximus thing, they did hit me up and they sent me a free pair of shoes. But uh, no, this is just all in fun. That's all this is for.
Philip, do you know what we're talking about?
No.
Hold on, I'm shared. Where I'm at.
What's happening, y'all? Hey, just want to make a quick video about this
Can you see and hear it?
Yes.
Hmm.
one challenge that we've been talking about doing for the most anticipated release of the year, the Nike Air Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found. So starting Tuesday, November 1st until Saturday, November 19th, just gonna have fun, just rock ones. They can be lows, mids, highs,
He getting a check.
AJL, whatever.
Exactly. Don't it sound like?
And look, it doesn't
And nice sweater hoodie too.
matter how many
Thanks.
pairs you have, even if you can't rock until the 19th, just rock them. We just gonna have fun with this, man. That's all this is just for the love of sneakers and to have fun. So tag me, tag at Nike Store, tag at Jumpman23. We're just doing this for fun, y'all, and use the hashtag one of ones. Now, another part I would love to see is if they happen to have a shock drop and you get them early, I would love to see a video of you lacing them up, putting them on your feet, and just rocking them to have fun. And then, if y'all happen to hit in store on release day, and your store will let you do this, which is what I'm going to do if I hit in store, I'm going to make a video of me putting them on my feet and walking out the store with them.
So you gonna steal them or?
No, no, I ain't trying to go to jail. Because the whole vintage look, the whole vintage receipt, that's when people used to do that. People just put their shoes on their feet right there in the store and just walk out with them on. And that's all.
Oh, I used to do that all the time. Well, shit,
Uh-huh.
hell, now I don't even buy sneakers in the shoe store anymore. When the last time you bought sneakers in the shoe store, Phil?
I don't know. I get them online now.
Yeah, I'm the same, but it's the same thing what you was talking about. Cause when I used to buy sneakers from the store, I used to put them right on. I used to take the old sneakers and put them in that box.
Yep.
And if they was all dogged and anything like that, I just throw them in the trash.
They throw them in the trash. That's right. For the love of sneakers. And that's all we doing this for. So tag me, tag at Jumpman23, tag at Nike Store, and use the hashtag one of ones. Out of all the Jordan ones that I have, I do not have the Chicago one. And the Jordan one is my second favorite silhouette, and the Chicago one is my second favorite sneaker. And I do not have that sneaker. The prices have just gotten way too outrageous for my liking. So I'm hoping to get these on the 19th or a shock drop or whatever. So y'all just have a good day. All for the love of sneakers. Let's do this.
Yeah, that's like Philip said. Somebody getting paid something for that.
I wish.
Because it
I
sounds just
wish.
like it sounds just like a commercial.
Hmm.
That's more professional than some of the commercials I see on TV.
And what's the date to wear the ones?
From
The
the
first and
first,
19.
yep, from the first until the 19th, because the 19th
Okay.
is the actual release day of them. So, and they made over 500,000 pairs, but these foods done already backdoor at least 100,000 pairs. I can tell you that.
Mm.
Mhm. So, what's the price going to be?
180.
So, these are regular? Are these the home sneakers or the away sneakers?
No, these are just the Chicago ones.
So these are the white, like the ones you have on your hoodie. You talking about those, right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, okay, so they not there's no the away ones was the black and red. The
Oh, the
black
bread. Right, the
yeah.
bread color.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so it's just those sneakers that's going to be out, and you said
right.
it's a limited edition.
Well, no, 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 no. They made over 500,000 pairs. That's the most they have ever produced for a Jordan 1. The
Oh, okay,
most ever that they have produced.
so it's a high
So
percentage you can get your hands on those then.
yeah, hopefully, if these foods don't if all these stores don't be backdooring pairs to resellers like they've already done,
All
then
right, now explain to everybody what you mean when you say backdoor to resellers.
uh, like a reseller would come in and say, "Hey, let me get a full size run of these Jordan 1s," and they'll throw whoever's in charge or whoever's doing it, whoever's working there, they'll throw them some money to sell them the shoes for early.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's already being done. It's
Yeah,
already being done.
uh-huh.
And this is
So,
because like the 2015 Jordan 1 Chicago, they want over $1,000 for that shoe. So of course, this year's Jordan 1 Chicago, all them retailers are gonna want it.
yeah. And these was a good pair right here. Where am I at? Your store, your mall pickup.
All those fours.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm show Phil. There we go. Phil.
Oh yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
the that's somebody else. Yeah. Um
My man had. Oh, I about to say. I thought he had these for a while because like how your bottom of the sneakers get yellow.
yeah, no,
Hmm.
no, no. That's just how those came.
Yeah, here they go.
Right
That's the
there.
picture he made. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are, man, you gotta see those in hand. Those are I was very impressed with them. I was very impressed with them. I'm like, wow, like these are very nice.
Hmm. Now, when you always say mall pickup, are you going to the same place or different places?
No, no, no. Well, I mean, if I'm just picking them up from the mall, then I could either be picking them up from Hibbett or Finish Line or Foot Locker. So I just say mall pickup.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what they go for at the mall?
Huh?
What was the price they went for?
The retail price is 210, but I paid 190 because I had a reward.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of my
they nice.
shoes I get on the retail.
Okay.
Mhm. So you backdooring the same thing that you said that where,
Hmm.
where everybody else is doing.
How
Not
am I
paying full
back
price.
door?
Not paying full price.
No, no, no. Well, no, no. The store gives you the rewards.
Mhm. See, when you said like when you show these and you say mall pickups, I always think that you're talking about like a mom and pop store. They
Oh
have
no,
mom and pop sneaker stores in the area, right?
no, they do. Well, no, no. All they have here for mom and pop store are resale shops, and I do
Okay.
not go there.
Retail. Now explain retail shops.
Well, no, 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 no. Resale shops.
Retail shops. Yeah, explain retail shops.
So majority of resale shops, they'll go into these malls like, and Foot Locker, Champs, Hibbett, Finish Line. They'll try to get whatever the hottest sneaker is, take it, buy it for retail, and then take it to their shop. and sell it for resale. It could be it could be between $50 to $400 or even more over the retail price.
Yeah, there's one in the fashion district, Philip. Have you ever been to that store?
I don't go down there. No.
Okay, yeah. There's a resale shop, and you should see those prices too. Those prices is
Yeah, I
damn
already know.
Oh, you
astronomical.
said a resale shop. They got one out here at the mall too.
What mall?
Yep.
What is that? Is that Springfield?
Oh, okay. I haven't been in Springfield Mall in years.
The one all the way down Baltimore Pike? That's Springfield, right?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah, they got a resale shop in there too, but the prices is crazy. Like I got a pair of Air Force One. No, I mean Jordan ones recently, and I saw them in there. They was like 250. I think I paid like 125. So
Yep.
they like doubled the price in that resale store. Same
Yep.
one.
Yeah.
And that mall too. This is like this is a mall in the suburbs, Jeff. So
Oh,
they think that people got all this money, so
yep.
they'll jack up the price high shit too.
Well, I
Is this
mean,
it's the same thing they'll do the one at the fashion district? What was you about to say?
yeah, I mean, they have to anyway because I'm sure rent is probably high for them to even be there.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get Call of Duty?
No, I did not. You know what? I said I'll wait for that for Christmas just because of the fact I don't think I paid. Only thing I play on Call of Duty is the campaign because I can't play multiplayer because I get in there for like 5 seconds and I'm dead.
You gotta get you a squad, man.
Yeah, we the total opposite because I've never played. I can't even tell you the last time I played the campaign in Call of Duty. I always just go straight to the multiplayer.
I like the campaign, but I hardly ever play it either. I usually go to multiplayer. Like you said, if I ain't got nobody on there to watch my back, I pretty much die fast as shit too.
Yeah,
Yep.
You
but
got
but
these
see,
kids that play 24/7. They got all the fastest fucking guns and everything.
right, and with the cross play, like you said, it's people playing with the computer. So
Hmm.
your mouse and the keyboard is way better than playing just with your joystick. It's way quicker.
Right.
So you'll get your ass beat,
Well,
by playing guys with the computer.
that's like my wife, her friend was over with her boyfriend or husband or whatever you want to call it, and he saw me playing online. He was like, "Yo, you need to get a wired and not play wireless." I'm like, "What you talking about?" He said, "When you got a wire on there, you get 1 or 2 seconds faster to pull the trigger than
Mm,
people that's playing with the wireless remote." I'm like,
right.
"What?" I never heard that, but he gamer and that's what he talking about.
So it's like a little bit delay on a wireless controller. So he
Yep.
said get a wire
He said
controller.
get the wire so that way when you pull the trigger, it's faster than somebody playing with wireless.
Well, you learn something new every day because I didn't even know they sold wire controllers
Yes, you
anymore.
can. Because I used to plug mine up when it get low, when the battery get low. Then I would plug it in and play with it that way.
Oh, you mean like use your take your wireless controller and use your USB cord.
Right.
Oh, okay,
So
all
you're
right,
not playing on the Wi-Fi no more. It's just like straight connection.
right.
Kind of like how we do
Okay.
with movies and TV shows. Instead of watching them on Wi-Fi, you just hardline it.
Yeah. Yeah, and plus, Jeff, when you first start playing multiplayer, like Philip said, that those guys they've been playing all day long. The game would
All
just
day.
come out. The game would come out on Friday. You work. You come home around about 7 to 8 o'clock. You want to wind down and play. Them guys is already on like level 50.
Oh
Already
yeah, I
got
already
the
know.
rank up. Already got all the
Yep,
best weapons. You like, God damn.
exactly.
That's
And
how it is
so
on NBA 2K.
yeah, true. And so you take these weapons and you got entry level weapons and you got to build them up. So you're going to die a lot. When you
Yeah.
first start playing, you're going to die a lot. So you shouldn't get discouraged on that.
Like I said, you get you a homeboy and y'all find a spot and babysitting camp and start popping off heads, getting your rank up that way.
Yep. Especially when you find a new weapon and you like, dang, I like this weapon. It takes a while to try to build it up, and you're going to die a lot. Like before I started doing a podcast with you, Phil, I was playing, and I
Hmm.
got this new weapon. I was like trying to build it up. I was like 7 for 20. That's 7 kills, and I died 20 times.
Hmm.
And
That's a lot.
yeah, because it's all right, but you got to keep working until you get a laser.
Do you like
And
the is the gameplay the same or is it better than the last one?
The gameplay is the same. The weapons are pretty much the same. The graphics are better, of course.
Okay.
And well, the boards. I like the boards so far. The boards that I've seen. I don't know if I've seen them all yet, but the ones I played, I like it. And the multiplayer. They have different ones in there. They got the hostage thing. They kind of bit off the game that I was tell you about playing. What's the
Mm-hmm.
game that I forget? It's not Counter Strike, is it?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, that game that I'm talking about, where you have to, they gotta save the hostage,
Mm-hmm.
board, and they got like attack the base
Yeah.
type of multiplayer game. The same thing like it is on that game that I'm talking about. And
You talk
you
about
get
Tom Clancy's game?
no, it's not Tom Clancy. What is it called? I can't remember what the game is. It was a
Like Rainbow Six?
no, it wasn't Rainbow Six. It's a arcade game. It wasn't released on it wasn't a hard copy. You can only like download it.
Oh,
I forget. It's not Spec Ops. Uh,
I can't
I
think.
forget. Me neither. Hold on. Let me see if I see it on my Xbox. Hold on. Hopefully I don't have to log in.
do either of y'all have a PlayStation?
No.
No.
Oh, y'all Xbox men for real, huh?
Let me see.
Yeah,
Uh,
see, I got both systems because I'm just like I started playing Xbox first, but PlayStation just has some games that Xbox doesn't.
Let me see. I gotta scroll all the way down my activity
I
feed to
used to love
find.
PlayStation. Then after PlayStation 2, I just got away from it.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Insurgency Sandstorm. That's the name of it.
Okay.
And they have like a board where it's like different multiplayers where you can they'll play like you have to attack the base like and they'll have like computer men. They'll have computer men and real guys. It's like Titanfall. You play Titanfall multiplayer, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll
Yeah,
have
I play
like
Titanfall regular game
oh,
because
okay.
Titanfall 2.
Okay. They'll have like bots and like regular guys you going against, and you
Mm-hmm.
can hop in like trucks and stuff, and you could try to make it towards the base or whatever. And then they have these hostage. It's a hostage game where as though you find a hostage, and you have to take the hostage to a Pacific point. And you'll get points for that. And it starts. There's only like five on the team. I think it's only five. But if you die, somebody can save you. But it's like a time limit if you can save this person or not. It's the same thing as Call of Duty have that same type of multiplayer game, but they still got the other ones, Kill Confirm and regular team deathmatch. So it's pretty much the same feel.
Okay.
It's pretty much, but so far I like it. The only thing I don't like what they started doing is why they stop where you can create your own player.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think that's stupid. I want to create my own guy. I don't want to have to open it up before I get this person and
Right.
all this stuff.
Are you talking about Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know you can make your own guy, but I don't play
At one
multiplayer,
time, you
so
could.
Yeah, back in the day you could. If you want a
wow.
tattoo, skin color, and all this stuff, now you have to keep going, and you'll open up a person. Then when you get that person, then you can customize if you want a backpack or you want him to wear a black shirt or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Like, yeah, I
basically,
want.
yeah, make your own man.
Right, right. Sorry, Mr. Baker. Tell us where we can meet you on social media.
Um, Hit me up mostly on Twitter. His Excellence 79. That's where I'm mostly at. I'm mostly on Twitter. I'll jump on TikTok every now and then. I use Instagram. My Instagram is Throne of Excellence. I rarely use that. I use Instagram as like my digital closet. That's why you see my shoes on there.
Yes.
Yeah,
And thank you for always giving us a like or a comment on our TikTok page.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know.
especially with our ladies last week scaring them little kids.
Oh man. That you know what y'all be having some good stuff to talk about because I swear this world is crazy. There's some goofy stuff out here. I'm just like, wow,
Yep.
wow.
Like I always say, like looking, reading the newspaper or watching the news on YouTube or your local news or whatever is more entertaining than any TV show you can name because people are just straight lunacy. I don't know if people are getting dumber by the day or it's because everything is so people recording everything and all that stuff. I can't really call it.
All you got to do is watch my show, Fear Thy Neighbor. You'll see the lunacy you talking about.
Oh yeah, everybody's nuts on that show. You gotta watch Fear Thy Neighbor.
What it's called? Fear thy neighbor.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness, that show is crazy.
What
yes.
what's that on?
What do it come on?
The
I
ID
Discovery
network.
ID.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. All
But
right. Yeah, I
I
have that.
think you
I have that
downloaded,
on
right,
cable.
Roy?
yeah. I downloaded, so I don't know what
I watch it
station.
on Sling
Okay. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I have all these different streaming sites that I watch stuff on, but a lot of times they be blocking that for some reason.
Oh man.
So either I watch it on Sling or I'll get Roy to download it for me.
So when you say blocking, mean blocking, they want you to pay for it, or
No, it's just like I have like sites that I apps that I go to that have all the new TV shows, movies, everything on there. But
hmm
when I go to Fear Thy Neighbor, it has it listed, but it don't have any episodes to stream.
oh,
So that's what
okay,
I say when I say they're blocking it.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I normally see it. Most of the stuff I couldn't tell you what station it's on because I just like Philip said, I just download it and look at it that way. But yeah, like you said, if you want to see somebody straight lunacy, you ever see Fear That Roommate Phil?
Yes, that was I watched that one too.
Did you ever see the one with the college girls? The college girl
Yes.
stabbed. Yeah. See,
Hmm.
my mom is a fan of Fear Thy Neighbor. Also, she told me to watch Fear Thy Roommate, and she just told me the ones that I should see.
Hmm.
I never looked at the whole thing, but I
See, I
saw the
watched.
one where the roommate stabbed the other room.
Hmm. Yeah, that shit
the
was crazy.
Yeah, and the basketball. She played basketball, right?
I can't remember.
And the boyfriend was coming over, and then she was like flipping out and all that shit. Yeah, it's just straight lunacy on that show. But yeah, you gotta take a look at it, Jeff.
It shows
Okay.
you
I sure
how
will.
it shows you how certain people just think like they run shit.
Right.
Like like the neighborhood mayor bullshit, like Zimmerman. Like you pay rent or you pay mortgage and you live in the neighborhood just like I. You don't have no authority to be telling people what to do in the neighborhood.
Right. Did you see the second part of
No, I still
the?
didn't watch the second part.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'll
I'll watch it.
say
I'll
my
watch it
opinion.
tonight.
Yeah, I'll say my opinion of when you see it. Yeah, but you got to see these guys that think they like the neighborhood mayor and telling people how they should park and all that stuff. And
Yeah. They got too much time on.
yeah,
I think the number one problem with the show, a lot of these neighbors are too friendly with each other and let them all in their business. Next thing you know, they don't know how to get them out of their business.
yeah,
Even
like the
even like
dude last week.
the one before last week. Remember the one where the little guy that had like the medical problem, and his neighbor
Yeah,
asked him for a ride. He give her a ride, and she smoked a cigarette. He said, "Put the cigarette out. You know, it's messing up my health." She whatever. I always smoke in cars, so he wound up pushing her out the car. Then she get his ass.
yeah.
Then she get him beat up and all types of shit. But it's the
Uh-huh.
same thing. First, she told him to carry a heavy ass box. I wouldn't carry her box for her because she's not down. It's one thing if you see a lady struggling to carry in a box, then
Uh-huh.
you can say, all right, let me give her a hand or something like that. But if I'm in my room chilling about to eat dinner and you knock on my door talking about you got some boxes downstairs, man, you better call a fucking mover or somebody. I'm not gonna, you know. Now, if I'm single and you young and you nice looking, maybe I'll, you know.
Right.
But you're an older lady and you gonna just knock on my door talking about you need some help carrying your boxes up the steps. And then my man almost broke his back trying to lift that box.
Yeah, it
Then
was
she need
go ahead.
rides for her run her errands. No, like we're not cool like that.
Uh-huh. It was a keyboard. It was the long keyboard, the full size keyboard that he was sitting there. He has lupus, so lupus. Your deficiency, your immune system isn't really all that up to par. So he's sitting around about to eat. She knocked on her door and asked him, "Can you help me get this box?" Hey, he said, "Well, all right." The box was almost as big as him, and he's struggling to get that
Wow.
damn box up the steps.
Yeah, see, I
Oh
wouldn't have done that.
no.
I said, oh, even if I thought about doing it, once I bent over, I said, oh, hell no, this box is too heavy. You're going to have to call somebody to help you with this one. And
Yeah.
I'm not giving my neighbor no ride around town and she's smoking in my car and carrying on. No, like, I'm not even getting that close for you to even have the balls to knock on my door and ask for a ride.
Mhm.
Got that right.
So, like Philip said, that he was taking her somewhere, and she started smoking. He said, "Well, can you please stop smoking? Because I have lupus, and I can't be around that stuff." And she said, "All right." She said, and she still kept smoking. So he was like, "Look, get out," and he pushed her ass out the car and drove away.
Well, she
So,
As he
told she
should.
told she told one of her male friends that he punched her in the face. And
mhm.
then the guy broke in his house and beat the shit out of him. And it's messed up. That was one of the worst episodes because this guy kept asking for help. And he got attacked twice and the cops didn't do nothing. Then the third time is when he got killed.
Yep.
That's a shame.
hmm There's another guy. He just walked over. He stabbed him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he another guy that got stabbed. Yep.
Stabbed up and then got his fucking throat slit.
Yep. We never asked you. What TV shows do you like, Jeff?
I don't really watch TV. I'm just more of a sportsman. I'm old school, so I can sit up here and watch every episode of Sanford and Son all over again for real. Like, that's how much I like uh these new shows. Like I'm not I'm not impressed by any means. You know what I'm saying? Like I, I'll sit here and watch every episode of the Cosby Show or the Fresh Prince of Bel Air or a different world. You know,
You all old
I'm
school,
just not
huh?
impressed.
Yeah.
Say what?
Would you say, Phil?
No, I just said so he all about old school shows.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Like yeah, and my TVs are mostly on sports. So
hmm
yeah,
So, what you have, the NFL package, or you just watch when it comes on TV on Sunday?
yeah. I just watch whatever comes on TV on Sundays, and I do have NBA League Pass because they gave me that with NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I do have that, and baseball usually has like some kind of deal anyway. So I'll just buy that deal. Then I can watch any game I want to.
Mm.
hmm
You need to get yourself an IPTV.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Get a what?
IPTV.
What is that?
You ain't in the
Or,
loop. That mean you paying too much.
yeah. Let me end this. Philip can break it down for you. Well, you can reach the Judgmentals on Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok at PNL Judgmentals, Instagram at the 2 underscores Judgmentals, and you can email us at pnljudgmentals@gmail.com. Also, we got a YouTube search PNL Judgmentals. Our YouTube page will come up. Yes, we are on YouTube. Subscribe and like and make a comment. So, all right, y'all. Thank you, Mr. Baker, Mr. Jeff Baker.
Thanks, Jeff.
What's your the Greyhound bus station, 208 East Bayfront Parkway, Erie, PA 16507.
Yeah, man. You know it. All love, man.
All right, y'all. Thank you.
All right. Peace.
Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em